Hey guys, back here from a pad here. Guys, I made a massive newbie mistake with my lychee tree, and I want to make sure that you guys don't make the same mistake. So I'm coming on here to show you what I did, and I still can't believe I did it, but hey, you know what, this channel is all about growing our food together and learning from each other's mistakes. So let me show you what I did with my lychee tree. This will affect any fruit tree that you plant. It'll affect the production, the health, how fast it grows. So now I understand why my lychee tree wasn't growing. I've been going around in my front yard and doing my annual maintenance, my semi-annual maintenance, where I go through and just remove the grass and the weeds from around each tree, just to give so that it doesn't compete with the nutrients. And I'm gonna throw down a handful of or a couple of handfuls of fertilizer along each tree. I already did all those, and then I just came to my lychee and look what I did. Oh my goodness. So I came to my lychee and there were a ton of weeds. It looked like this. I haven't done this side yet. So it looked like this with tons of weeds that I started pulling away, right? Then as I pulled away, guys, look what I saw. Guys, I have no idea why I did this. This is weed block. So you might say, oh, hey, what's wrong with weed block? Weed block stops the weeds from coming up. Well, not only did it not stop the weeds, because all of here is weed block, but what it does is when you put the weed block and then you put the mulch on, the mulch doesn't have a chance to break down and get to the roots to feed the plant. So like all of this is the soil that was mulch that actually started breaking down. I just moved this tarp and I push it in. So guys, mulch is very, very important for your plants. When you mulch the plants, this mulch eventually breaks down and becomes a rich, nutritious soil. So you can see, look at this. This is the soil that was on top of the tarp instead of where the plant is. So this is what it looked like. When I pulled it apart, pulled it aside, well, this is what I saw. Just dry wood chips that never broke down because it didn't have a chance to break down, because everything, no moisture, nothing was getting through to this, guys, because somehow I must have mulched, and I can't believe I did this, but somehow I put weed block on top. So I don't know why I would have done this. So twice a year I'll come out and take a couple of handfuls of granular fertilizer and drop it on top. I didn't know that there was tarp here, so none of that fertilizer was making it down. Of course, eventually the fertilizer would break down, and when it rains heavily, some of that nutrition gets to the bottom. But I can tell you guys, all of this nice, rich, broken down mulch wasn't getting to it. This is all the mulch that I pushed in after. When I first took it out, it was just sand and some dried up wood chips. But now that I flipped it over, I'm just putting just some mulch there. So now, and also I'm gonna add a handful of granular fertilizer, and I also have my compost tea. I'm gonna give this some extra food, since it's been sitting here for 2 years hardly growing. When I compare my lychee tree to my friend Gail and to other people's lychee, their tree has grown quadruple the size in 1 year. Mine has grown definitely less than a foot, because this basically looks like the size that I took it out, and it's been in the ground about a year and a half. Probably at least a year and a half it's been in the ground. So now that I have removed the tarp, I'm not too worried about removing the rest here, because this is growing, the blue porterweed, this grows through anything. So this has grown very well. So I'm not going to worry about that. Eventually I'll remove it, because as you know, as a lychee tree grows, then the roots, the bigger and wider the lychee tree is the more the roots will spread. So it's going to need to spread the roots. So what I'm going to do is eventually move it. I don't know if I'm going to do it today, because I'm trying to get the front yard ready for Christmas, trying to put on my fresh mulch, fertilize, and then I'm gonna put everything to bed for the rest of the season. But I just wanted to show you this. I'm not trying to drag out a video, I'm trying to make it quick. Show you this. Do not put tarp around your trees. If you want to suppress the the weeds, use shredded. You can use cardboard. Use cardboard around it. You know, the cardboard will eventually break down, feed the soil, and the water will get through. And then when you put the fertilizer and stuff, everything will break down and get to the roots. So that's a quick update for today. Do not use tarp around your fruit trees.